Okay, SPY looking good today. Again, I've talked about it numerous times, is that I don't think that anybody should be shorting this right now. It's just too painful. Even with the MACD not showing no momentum, who cares? I mean, it's still the price action still showing these higher lows going on, and it's even if I said, the underlying tone, which is the weekly, it does not show anything that is weak. If you take this and say, listen, you got a nice little pullback here to previous levels, went up, started to creep back inside, but didn't make this type of ideal situation. So I do like that when we have some type of, if you have a little pullback or something that's above, call it a little space. If you have this go above here, comes back, retests and goes back up, I would like this to be up here and test these highs. But you take what you can. Quite honestly, and what the market provides. And right now, you can see that if I do this, but then I say, okay, let's just angle this a little bit right here. You can see that you have higher lows in place. So you have these two higher lows in place. Just ride it up. I mean, and if it could pull back and get on top of this high, then it could really, really run after that. So this is looking really, really good at the current moment. QQQ again looking really good. We did have this sideways movement, but you had no breakdown. You had a higher low and it had no breakdown. So again, we talked about these two bullish candles, and you could go back to the date when I actually talked about them, which was last week. Talked about this one and said also the bulls got advantage on this candle as well, because they pushed it all the way down and it ended up closing up near the high, and it's been, it gave you some pretty good returns if you played it. I mean, it was, almost 2%. I mean, 1.7, almost 2%. So you got the Russell's continuing again, same type of thing, piercing pattern I talked about, hammer type of format. If you took off of the high of this one, it paid you. Okay, it paid almost 2%. That's good eating. That's good eating. You're not gonna make 10% every trade, and I think that you got to kind of realize that the diamond, again, you have these this pivot it's holding. It came back what was once resistance, now becomes support, and it's held it twice, and now it looks like it might continue to the upside. So again, look at the underlying big picture trend and take it from there. Okay, and this is a sideways movement for a lot, but again, the underlining is, and I'll keep on banging the table about it, but shit, if it doesn't change, watch it. If you want excitement, if you want somebody to guess when things are going to be top and the bottom, this might not be the channel for you, because I'm not going to preach that bullshit if there's nothing on the charts that is saying so. That's that seeking out for shit. I don't do that type of stuff. So you got Tesla continue to grind higher. Now, if it could pop up and break these high, it can really run from this kind of pattern right here, because you got higher lows in place and it's just grinding. But if it pops up, retrace it could really shoot up. So let's see how this one plays out. You got Apple. Apple again, I think that you're just gonna maybe get a little bit of pullback or something like that. The volume is declining, but again, I'm not looking to get here. I wanted to get here. And this is where I said, oh, this is a great trade. And I know somebody took this trade, and I'm telling them to hold that shit, because I feel that you could definitely get to 95 and above. You just got to hold, and you should have some runners and let them run and run as much as they can. Priceline really made a huge move today, so this would be something that you could definitely look at, because it broke this on some strong volume, and this is the start. So the volume sometimes can be misleading, because some people get, and I used to be one of them until it was explained to me properly, that the start and the end is usually where you find the big volume. Okay, so this is starting something. So I like the big volume, and it could continue, and then when it exhausts, it might be big volume again. So kind of look at that, and hopefully that's a nugget that you guys can use going forward. You got Google. Google looking good. Gave the sideways, gave some inside bars, and continued to the upside. If you're looking at a 15, this looked great. Came back, test these highs, and then that was the dip to buy, and it paid well. So if you got in it, you should have made a couple bucks, if you were day trading or not. 3D again, we said come back to this 200, and it did in a major way. This is high volume, so you might get a retracement. But I wouldn't be getting long here, or wouldn't be looking to get long above here. I think that's just lazy ass analysis, quite honestly. So the buy is either here above this high, or here if you're aggressive. Okay, it's not here. Okay, you just gotta wait and be patient and keep this one on your watch list and watch it every day. But to buy it or to wait for a breakout above here is just, to me, lazy analysis. You got Chevron. This is one that a dip that might not work, but I like this coming in. The volume started to decrease, and then it increased a little bit on a hammer type formation, gave another bar, and we'll see. This volume is really low. I don't know if it's going to follow through to the upside, but this is the stuff I like to buy. Why? Because it's minimal risk. I mean, you're not even risking, $1 here. I mean, maybe $1.30, quite honestly. But I mean, it's not that much risk for the reward that's potentially going on. Now, this has had a huge run. It's given a lot of space between this last pivot, so it looks strong to me right here, right now. But it's had it's had a run. So again, if it takes a little break for a little while, that's fine. COP was something else that is still grinding higher. But again, I'm looking to either get in here, or ideally, I would have loved to get in around here and roll this all the way up. But you still have higher lows in place. So see how it works out. The volume's decreasing on both sides, so you gotta be a little bit cautious with that. And go from there. So you have Solar City. Again, this one's grinding. Again, I would not be wanting, I would either get here, and it wouldn't have paid much, quite honestly, because it kind of would have been a chase. Wasn't even one bar. Or you kind of got it around this level if you were aggressive, and maybe you just missed it. Shit, it happens. Maybe this higher low would have been something that you would have looked at to get into. Wow, that was bad English. To get into to get into this. So I'm rambling. I don't want to do that. So take care. It's going above my time. Trading well.